So this was our previous session. We'll quickly glance through the last topics. Say first, the to draw a pentagonal prism, the isometric view of a pentagonal prism. For that, you need to draw a rectangle like this. You need to draw the front view and top view first. After that, you need to close this top view in a stiff rectangular box. You need to name that box as capital letter O, A, B, C, and you have to draw the reference axis. In top view, you can see X and Y axis, and in front view, you can see Z axis. And then for drawing isometric view, you need to draw axis like this, 30-30 and a 90-degree line representing Z axis. Then you need to plot this distance OA in X axis, OC in Y axis. To find B, you can take that parallel line method or an arc method. Okay, say this line should be parallel to this one, and this line should be parallel to this one. In that manner, you can find point B, and from all the points B, you need to draw perpendiculars so that you can copy an exact rectangle as the bottom in top face also. Then you need to plot the points. Okay, P, Q, R, S, T. Say always remember when you when you take the distance of point P, it should be either from C or O. Okay, because you need to plot the distance along the reference axis only. Say, for example, if you want to find the point S, you cannot take distance from O. Okay, you are not supposed to take the distance from O to S. You need to take the distance of S from A or B, only from A or B. Okay, because say it is similar to a graph paper. You will get an isometric paper for drawing isometric views. If you are able to get that paper, then you buy it and do it the assignments in that paper. It would be very easy. So the thing is similar to a graph paper. So the point is that means in X axis you take OA distance and OE axis you take S distance. So sorry, this much distance. Okay, similar here. This is along X axis. So in X axis you need to take OA distance, and in Y axis you take this distance. So along Y axis you plot that distance. Then only you will get the point S. Okay, that is the logic. So you are not supposed to take say distance. Whatever the distance you are copying, it should be either along this or this axis, along X or Y or Z axis. Then only you will get the accurate result. And do the see always for drawing the view, always imagine the top face as a visible one. Okay, top face as a visible one, then you will be able to judge the hidden edges very easily. For drawing the isometric projection, say the procedures are similar, almost the same, except one thing. Say whatever the data you are copying from this figure, whatever the dimension you are copying from this figure, you should first plot that one into this line. Okay, and from that point just drop a perpendicular, then you will get the isometric length of the polygon. Okay, so in that manner you can after that you can plot it in isometric view, isometric projection. That means say if you want to plot OA here, first take this OA and plot it here on 45-degree line. From that point just drop a perpendicular, take this distance and mark it here. Okay. Okay, similarly if you want point R, then take OR distance and plot it here. From that line plot a perpendicular, then you can plot point R. Okay, that is the only difference between isometric view and a projection. Say for isometric projection, you need to plot isometric length of all the dimensions. For that you can use this scale, isometric scale, that is known as isometric scale. Okay. So the details are very much illustrated here. This PPT is available in my drive. Please download it. Okay. And for say comparing to prism, the pyramid is easy because on the downside only you need to draw the rectangle. Okay. On the upside we have only one point, that is apex. So we don't have to draw two boxes. Only one box is enough to draw pyramids. Okay. The only thing is you need to find the center of this polygon. Okay. From that polygon, draw a perpendicular. Then with height this much, you will get the apex. From apex, we know from apex all the lateral edges will be there to all the base points, right? So you need to draw OA, OB, OC, OD, OE, and out of that, some of will be invisible. You can that you can imagine. Okay. And for drawing cylinders, uh, a cylinder is having two circular faces. So a circle can be visualized as ellipse in any other view. So you need to draw two ellipse here. Okay, to draw the ellipse, you can use four circle method. That is, to draw an ellipse, you need to find the centers of all this polygon. Sorry, all these edges. So this point is the center of BC. This is the center of AB. Like that, you find all the centers first. Then from this point to the opposite two edges, draw lines to the centers of that lines. Similarly, from point O, then you will get four centers. With this point as center and this length as radius, you need to draw an arc. While doing that, you might experience some problems, like say if you are drawing a curve, sometimes this curve will go out of this parallelogram. Otherwise, the curve may won't touch this line. Okay. So in that sense, you just alter this centers. Say if it is not touching here, then you can move the centers slightly towards right. Okay. Otherwise, if it is not touching here, then you can move centers slightly here. Like that, say there are some adjustment. Better you experience it. Okay, if you're drawing it accurately, then you don't have to do that kind of adjustments. But normally it will come because all of say you're not using drafters. Drafters are some tools that used in previously for engineering graphics for drawing parallel lines. So maybe some manual error may come, but anyway, you just adjust that curve. Okay, if you have some difficulty. So this is how you can draw and with this point as center, you can draw curve like this, and this has radius. Okay. Say suppose if you want to draw the cylinder resting on its lateral face, you need to draw a rectangle like this. Okay.